welcome to InfoHub. In our headlines, reaction to the latest PPP parliamentary fracas, Public Health Ministry moving to reduce cases of institutionalized mentally ill patients, and DNA testing at forensic laboratory to be realized soon. Stay tuned for the details of these and more. Now for the details. Opposition parliamentarian Juan Edgell has been suspended for the next 4 sittings of the National Assembly following his unprecedented behavior yesterday. Zanil Williams has our parliamentary report.
This morning, as the sitting of the National Assembly resumed, Government's Chief Whip Amna Ali laid a motion to have the MP suspended from the parliamentary proceedings until December 15, 2017. According to Ali, this is in accordance with Standing Order 47-3.
Following the gross disorderly conduct of Honorable Member Juan Edgell on the 79th sitting of Parliament, I wish to refer this National Assembly to Standing Order 47-3. I wish to move that this member be suspended from the service of the Assembly for the next 4 sittings of this Assembly, which is December 15, 2017.
The motion was put to vote and passed. The Speaker of the House, Dr. Barton Scotland, described Edgell's suspension as being most lenient.
It's a standing order which authorizes penalty that goes to the end of the session. So grave is that conduct, so that allowing the person the benefit of 4 additional days suspension is the most lenient that he can be treated.
On the first day of the debates for the budget estimates, MP Edgell was deemed disrespectful to the House Speaker, where he refused to heed several commands to take his seat by the Speaker. As the discussions continued today on the budget estimates, the opposition stormed out of the National Assembly, refusing to participate. Subsequently, some of the members returned. Several estimates were passed for the Office of the Prime Minister, Ministry of Business, and Ministry of Agriculture. Zanil Williams reporting for InfoHub.
Disrespectful is the term being used by citizens to describe the actions of Opposition Member of Parliament Juan Edgell towards the Speaker of the National Assembly, Dr. Barton Scotland. Zanil joins us again.
The National Assembly was suspended yesterday by the Speaker of the House after MP Edgell was deemed as being out of order. This followed his blatant refusal to heed several commands by the Speaker to take his seat.
I don't mind being out of order, sir. On a matter of principle, sir.
Then I must
on a matter of principle, I stand up to be out of order.
InfoHub took to the streets, and this is what people had to say about the opposition MP's action.
I want to believe that the opposition have no respect for our parliament. They gotta realize that this parliament is the people parliament. This parliament belongs to me, you, everybody, not only the opposition, and the behavior was inappropriate. Now, what the children alone, I want to believe this too, that they got too soft on Mr. Edgell. We should have banned Mr. Edgell from Parliament till the next election. You don't have no respect, no manners to the Speaker of Parliament, and if you don't have no respect and manners to our Parliament, what you will do with we, the people up on the ground?
I fall in politics like chicken life, right? From Jagan and born, I'm like down to now. And I've never seen such disrespectful behavior, especially in the House of Parliament, the people's business. And this man, Edgell, is a bishop. I don't know if he's a bishop by profession or what, but Bishop Edgell disrespect the whole Guyana.
Yesterday I was at work, and when I go on the Facebook, I see a set of confusion thing in Parliament. I say, what's really going on there? But it was terrible, because if they're going on in there, watch us out there, don't show no example for we out there. It's ridiculous for the Parliament.
It all comes back to the whole unity, you understand? Because they're striving for unity amongst Guyanese, because I mean, I hear about 6 different races. So that is not a good display of unity, you understand, right? Even though they may have disagreed, you understand, they should not have behave in that manner in the Parliament building.
When Parliament resumed today, a motion was moved by the government's chief whip, Amna Ali, which saw MP Ejil being suspended for the next 4 sittings of the National Assembly. Zenil Williams reporting for Info Hub.
The Ministry of Public Health is moving to reduce the number of patients institutionalized at the National Psychiatric Hospital in New Amsterdam. Here's Paul McAdam.
At the recent recommissioning of the psychiatric clinic and administrative building over the weekend, Minister of Public Health Walter Lawrence disclosed that a new program offering community-based mental health care will be rolled out in the new year.
We will be placing some of the services that you offer here at those facilities, so it's closer to the neighborhood, it's within the community's reach, and people don't have to pay much transportation costs to get here. And more importantly, we can treat patients from an outpatient basis instead of institutionalizing them.
She added that the ministry will also be focusing on improving work conditions and services offered.
We want to ensure that we can be able to have this place fixed in such a way that you are comfortable to work here and that it puts you in a good frame of mind to be able to render service to others.
The Ministry of Public Health's focal point, Admin Officer in Region 6, Alex Foster, was recognized for being instrumental in ensuring the refurbishment of facilities and the rehabilitation of the compound. Foster hinted that as time goes on, the compound of the National Psychiatric Hospital will also be transformed. Paul McAdam for Info Hub.
With prudent management of its wealth of natural resources and critical thinking, Region 8 can be a forerunner in Guyana's economic development. This was the view of Minister of Indigenous Peoples Affairs Sidney Alicock. Here's more from Senika Thorne.
Minister Alicock was speaking at the launch of the 2017 North Pacoima Exposition at Monkey Mountain on November 9.
We have the natural resources right here. What we need the people to build this into businesses. We need a lot of cottage industries. And I'm so happy that we have the Ministry of Agriculture doing so much within all the regions. As you heard, we have in Parliamentary the solar system for dehydrating tomatoes and even getting into tomato paste. These are activities that you need to do. We don't have to buy that from the coast.
Minister Valerie Garrido-Low affirmed the government's readiness to assist the people of Region 8, especially the youth and women.
But you have to have a plan, and you have to follow this plan, and have the faith in yourselves and in your plan to complete it.
The event is a collaboration between the residents of the North Pacoima, the regional administration, and the Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs. Among villages who participated in the expo are Parmakatoy, Kato, Chinapau, Kanopang, Maikobi, Tusaning, Taruka, and host Monkey Mountain. Senika Thorne for Info Hub.
Tiffany Rodius reports that 28 primary health care providers from Region 6 are now certified following a 4-day training program on standardized health care provision.
The pilot project will see primary health care providers in Region 6 creating a standard user-friendly manual. At a simple graduation ceremony, Minister of Public Health Walter Lawrence explained that the manual will be a guide for improving other primary health care services.
So you are the pace setters. And I want to say this to you. Don't believe that you just do it and then you're gone back to your health center and that's it. You may be called upon to go to Region 5 and help a health center to put theirs together, or go to Region 8 or go to Region 3 because you're the core group.
The handbook is expected to outline the management of health facilities, office procedures, and standards which must be adhered to. The ministry's focal point in Region 6, Alex Foster, said there was a clear need to implement this tool.
What I discovered the health centers is that we are having duplications and complications as it relates to a service that is supposed to be simple in its delivery. Simple because the government of Guyana, through the Ministry of Public Health, over the years, have developed appropriate SOPs, standard operating procedures, and manuals to guide the delivery of our service.
One of the major features in the draft manual includes a detailed emergency plan, which did not exist before. For InfoHub, Tiffany Rogers.
While acknowledging the possible hardships which will result from the laying off of thousands of workers, the Guyana Sugar Corporation says its decisions are guided by market realities and the need to operate in accordance with acceptable business practices. Alexis Rodney has more.
Public Relations Officer Audriana Thomas at an earlier press conference said that with the end of the EU's reforms, as of the 30th of September, the market has become more competitive, hence the need for a changed business model.
Gaisuco is a business, and we have to eventually progress the corporation to a point where it is run and managed as a business. Hence, the whole question of improving the integrity of the value chain is important. And this is the value chain from the cultivation, in terms of planting the sugar cane, all the way to the production of the sugar, all the way to selling the sugar to our customers. So that's, as we talk about the new model for Gaisuco, we have to talk about the integrity of the value chain.
Thomas said that the industry's unions also need to change the manner in which they conduct business with the corporation. The opposition-aligned Guyana Agricultural and General Workers Union, GAWU, has been accused of playing politics and being responsible for the loss of thousands of man-hours in the industry.
We have to reorient the whole way we do Gaisuco. We do the business of sugar. And even as Gaisuco changed its business model, all of the other businesses which are associated with Gaisuco will also have to change their business model, and that includes unions.
Recently, Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu, during the parliamentary debates, reminded that the decimation of the sugar estates began years ago. He said that the opposition is attempting to deny the major role it has had in the failure of sugar. Alexis Rodney for InfoHub.
And in our final report, DNA testing at the forensic laboratory could be realized within the next 7 months. Here's Paul again.
Minister of Public Security Kamraj Ramjatan revealed that approval has been given to procure the almost $1 million worth of equipment for the Turkine Forensic Laboratory. Minister Ramjatan also disclosed that over the next 6 to 7 months, the facility will be upgraded to have better security for safeguarding the exhibit's integrity, ventilation works, and certified forensically trained staff.
And the Americans, through the ambassador, indicated through their experts that we haven't as yet reached the stage for that quality of DNA testing, and we had to wait until we get almost all the other things fixed, the infrastructural work, the integrity system, and the ventilation system, because these exhibits got to be at a certain temperature and all of that. The design of that original lab wasn't there yet.
He said that much of the facility's initial design work was incorrect. This, he said, resulted in government being forced to recall the Barbadian expert to conduct an assessment of the facility. Subsequent to her findings, reconstructive works began.
It has been a little disappointing that we haven't gotten it as yet, but we have to get it right first. And then we have to get the accreditation and certification. All of that will only come when we get it 100% fixed.
The Guyana Forensic Laboratory, GFSL, is a government initiative with a long-term goal to provide quality laboratory service to support forensic and non-forensic investigations. Paul McAdam for InfoHub.
Thanks for watching. Connect with us 24/7 on our website and social media. Goodbye.